In this video, I'm going to show you how editors and authors can edit their table of contents. It's important to note that only editors, authors, or content managers have permission to edit the table of contents. Contributors do not have this ability. The table of contents is managed directly in Elsa and must be built first before anyone can start writing in your project. Usually, your table of contents will have been created for you before you start your project by an Elsevier staff member. The first thing you should do as an editor or an author is to go to your project table of contents and check that you're happy with it. Remember that you can edit the table of contents throughout the project timeline, so it doesn't need to be final at this point. But make sure to discuss any changes with your content manager beforehand. From the overview, navigate to the Table of Contents tab in your project. Only one person can edit the table of contents at a time, and you need to click on Edit in order to start editing your table of contents. For any changes you've made to the table of contents to take effect, you must click on Publish Changes. Elsa auto-numbers the elements within the table of contents, and you can change your auto-numbering preferences at any time by clicking on TOC Structure on the top toolbar. You can choose from a number of tables content structure options as well as unit parts numbering in Arabic or Roman numeral. Remember to click on Save when you're done. To add new parts or new chapters, you can use the New Part or New Chapter buttons. You can add one chapter or multiple chapters as shown. Click Add and your chapter will appear at the bottom of the table of contents. When the table of content is structured with sections or parts, you will also have the option to add a chapter to specific sections by using the plus icon. To move items in the table of contents, you can drag and drop or use the different move options in the toolbar. To drag and drop my chapters or sections, I select them in the box and then I drop them in the relevant section. You can move them up or down, and you can move them out of a section or back within the section. Any front or back matter elements can only be moved within the front and back matter section. To add front or back matter elements, use the front back matter button at the top toolbar. When you're moving your chapters or your elements in the table of contents, Elsa will automatically renumber them, so you don't have to do that manually. You can also change names to your chapter by clicking on the pencil icon next to them. You can delete chapters in the table of contents, but before you delete a chapter, it's important to remember that you cannot recover that chapter after you delete it, and the content in it will also be gone. Elsa will warn you before you delete a chapter, and it will also warn you if you're trying to delete a chapter that someone is currently editing. Go to the chapter that you would like to delete and use the bin icon to do so. It's important to remember that any changes you apply to the table of contents won't take effect until you click on Publish Changes. After using Publish Changes, you can also export your table of contents into a Word document if needed. This will include the whole table of contents and the chapter contributors if they have already been added to the project. If you need more help while working in Elsa, go to the Help button at the top right-hand corner, where you can find webinar recordings, videos, You can search for FAQs, and you also can contact an Elsa support specialist for additional assistance.